right, it's the weekend edition of Simply Bitcoin. We break down the news from Twitter, daily fail, meme review, software releases, and the websites by Plebs. Drop us a like, subscribe. All right, number time. Let's do it.
Number time.
All right, we are currently at a block height of 677,624. Current Bitcoin price, 57,510. Chain rewrite days, 599. Total lightning capacity, 1,174.82 Bitcoin versus gold market cap, 9.51%. Sats per dollar. Ugh, we went up a little. 1,739.
Man, what else can we say? It's literally exactly where it was. I think we dropped a little bit. We dropped. It's back at 57.
Yeah, we're at like 57 now. We were trending 58 for the whole day.
Man,
we're channeling right now. We're channeling, and
is this the new 10K?
I know, eh? It's like so boring. 57K, 58K. It's like, all right, whatever.
Keep going. You know that meme? It's like Bitcoin do something.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what this is right now. Right now, it's totally Bitcoin do something.
Oh my God, we're at that stage. Anyways, okay. Phil, it's time for
the daily fail. We're gonna paint a picture of stupidity. Here we go. So, this random person decided today to tweet this ridiculousness. Come on, Bitcoin imploded in 2017 and will implode again and again and again. That's what speculative assets with no underlying value do. Okay. Equity strategist, Zacks Research, manager of the value investor and insider trader portfolios. So people give this person their money. So, imploded, right? Bitcoin imploded. Let's take a look at those implosions for a second. Let's just try to understand what the word implode really means, because I don't think she understands what the word implode means. And what's really scary is that people give her, money, right? To invest and stuff like that. And she gives people, let me rephrase that. She gives, advice. That's pretty scary stuff, because obviously did zero research, and we can clearly see here how those implosions are just
they're going really up.
Just going up. So it's imploding to the upside. So this is really scary stuff. We get these people. I don't understand. It's like they come out of the woodwork and they have these awful takes. And it's really scary, because when you go take a look at all the stuff they memorize so that they can credentialize, that's weak, man. It's like if I had those credentials, I'd maybe do a little more digging before I make a completely ridiculous comment about Bitcoin that shows that I did absolutely zero research. Weak,
and definitely deserves the daily fill.
Oh yeah, this weekend she and like every single, if you take a look through the threads, like you'll see like there's every single thing that she's been saying. People have debunking it, and she just moves the goalposts, because obviously no idea what she's talking about. Why did you even wake up and tweet about Bitcoin if you don't understand shit? Why? Even those of us that understand are still learning. So if you did zero research, you're really far behind.
Dude, it's man,
so sad.
I'm surprised she doesn't have a blue check mark. Okay,
that was weird. No, they're gonna give her one now.
They're gonna give her one, right?
They're gonna give her one now, of course. It's great take.
She's definitely getting a blue check mark. And look, Phil, I see the same thing. I have a buddy, I've mentioned this on the show before. I have a buddy that works at Goldman Sachs, and he is literally one of the only friends my age that still doesn't have Bitcoin, right? And this lady, it looks like she works in that same type of industry, and man, Bitcoin puts them out of business.
Oh my
gosh! They can't understand it, because their job depends on not understanding
it. Yes,
because it's like, dude, what if their clients start to find out that they don't have to pay them to manage their money? They could just put their money in Bitcoin, save on the fees, and outperform anything that they were doing in the first place. Right?
Yep.
So, yeah, dude, I completely agree. She's being insincere. She's lying. And she's a scammer. I love that you say that. She's a scammer. Scam. She's a scammer. But anyways, Phil, it's time for
the daily meme review.
All right, everybody. Check out this meme brought to us by a fellow plebe at Greek _prick. Love the name. Greek.hodl. Definitely, man, definitely a pleb. Pleb confirmed.
Yeah.
But
anyway, pleb confirmed. That's awesome.
French Attack 2010, $5 Reddit. Dude, okay. For anyone that doesn't get it, he's talking about inflation. Amazing meme. And for that, I'm going to give it a heirloom tomato.
Okay. Very nice. You know what? I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was very well done. Okay. It's niche, right? It is a niche meme. But yeah, that just made me smile so much. We're going to have to reshare that. I am just going to give it a whole bunch of vegetables.
Oh!
Just a whole bunch of veggies.
Yeah, bro.
I think there's even a fruit in there. There's a kiwi in there.
Dude, we keep upping the bar. I don't know if we can keep up with this. These scores are just insane.
Basket of vegetables and a tomato.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Phil, it's time for
the Daily News, sponsored by
Crypto Cloaks.
All right, everybody. Well, good news for us because the money printer is going Burr, which means Bitcoin going quick. So that's a good thing. But anyways, Biden details a $2 trillion plan to rebuild infrastructure and reshape the economy. Put the politics aside. We are apolitical on this show. But guys, that's a lot of freaking money. And we're not the only ones to think so.
Won't that kind of spending cause hyperinflation?
But as you can see, even the mainstream media is like, what the hell is going on with this money printing, right? And man, they have every right to be concerned because they even stopped recording the metric of how much money can be printed. This was all this year. It's literally gone parabolic. And you guys could be saying, oh, maybe that's happened in the past. No, it hasn't happened in the past. This chart has been around since 1981. 1980! So this is just starting. Guys, we're printing money. It's absolutely insane. And I know what you guys are thinking. Look, if they're printing money, we don't see inflation. Well, guys, that's wrong too, because there has been inflation. The Fed doesn't, the people that are reporting it don't seem to think so, because the reported inflation is only 1%. But if you actually look at the goods, if you actually look at the prices of stuff, it tells you a different story. Steel up 145%, lumber up 126%, oil 80%, soybeans 71%, corn 69%, copper 50%, silver 38%, cotton, etc., etc. And most importantly, the food index. Food has become 25% more expensive since last year, since they started money printing. So yes, if you're using the Fed's metrics of what their metrics of what inflation is, that doesn't matter to the average person. The average person is buying food and energy, and those things have gone up significantly. So another 2 trillion that hasn't even hit the market yet. Guys, the writing's on the wall. Why the hell would you hold on to dollars right now? Buy Bitcoin, opt out of that financial madness. We have never been in this situation in history. It looks like Weimar Republic Germany, that it's like literally gone like that, right? So Phil, like, man, what the hell are these people thinking? It's like the people that are not in Bitcoin are going to suffer the consequences. They already are. It's insane. Anyways, Phil, what are your thoughts?
Look, I just, these people are complete clowns. You know, at the end of the day, we are so screwed, because part of that plan, not only are they printing $2 trillion, but I think I saw something else about some other amount of trillions that they're also going to print for something else. I don't remember what. But they're also planning on raising taxes. So for some reason, they're going to, and again, right, this is the trick that they play to pretend, okay, like they've got control over the money supply. They print all this money, and then the government punishes us, and we get taxed higher. This makes no sense at all. It makes no sense, okay? It's actually disgusting, because we are being punished for their incompetence. I want you to think about that. Your life gets harder because a group of people can't figure out how to make a proper fucking decision that doesn't just line their pockets. Like, think about that. And you get punished. There you go. It's your fault. You hold that bag. You carry it.
it's
Fuck 'em.
it's your fault, right?
People are idiots.
It's your fault, but they still expect you to comply with all this KYC, AML nonsense that doesn't apply to the people that benefit from all the money printing, which is the banks. Right?
Yeah.
And man, and they expect you to give up this information that has been proven that they cannot keep, right? It gets leaked, it gets hacked over and over and over again. And look, even the biggest companies get hacked, but they expect us to hand over very personal information. Look, it just came out that Facebook had a huge data leak. 533 million Facebook users, phone numbers, and personal data has been leaked online. Man, that's the population of small countries, dude. Like, it's like, you can't trust these people, man. But thank God for Bitcoin. And of course, Phil, what are your thoughts?
Okay. So yeah, that whole data leak, I mean, that is just absolutely nasty. You know, like if you take a look at the numbers, the individual numbers from the countries, like approximately, you know, what they think from each country that was leaked. I mean, this is just horrible. And I know that some people are going to sit there and say, oh, well, you know, whatever, that was, you know, they've patched it since. That data is only like 2 years old. Okay. It's still fairly relevant, and that's bad. So, and the amount of data that they got,
Phil,
yes.
this leak happened 7 hours ago.
No, yeah, the news was reported 7 hours ago, but if you go dig into it,
okay,
the actual data, the data itself is approximately 2 years old, or at least that's what I understood. But you're right, it was leaked that long ago, but the data itself is that old. Anyways, sorry, now I totally forgot. But damn, I forgot. Either way, it's just really dangerous, okay? And it just goes to show, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. The amount of data that they got, right? Because the whole thing about data is the different facets of information that you get so that you can compile an entire profile.
Yes.
Okay? And that's when you can go and, you know, fake someone's identity. And that's the problem with the information that they got. They got a lot of information that can quickly help pull together a profile. Exactly. That's what's dangerous.
Exactly.
Anyways.
And man, and these people expect us to hand over data willingly when not even the biggest corporations could securely store that, right? That's the problem. Anyways, moving on to the next piece of news, Phil. Check this out. More bullish news to end the weekend edition of Simply Bitcoin. Chinese chip manufacturer giant TSMC to invest $100 billion over 3 years to grow its capacity. TSMC expects to invest $100 billion over the next 3 years to increase capacity, support manufacturing, and R&D of advanced semiconductor technology. The global economy is experiencing a chip shortage because of these production and port disruptions. So look, that's important, guys, because remember, Bitcoin mining, right, depends on these semiconductors, and COVID hit that very hard, right? Remember what I've always told you on the show, guys. The price usually follows the hash rate. So if we expect that the hash rate continue to go up the way it has, right, that semiconductor production needs to catch up to the demand, right? Because right now, if you want to buy a miner, it has like a 30-40% premium, and the wait time is really long unless you want to buy an old miner. And even the S9, which is literally a 4-year-old miner, it was the miner of the last epoch. Right now, it's still selling for $300. Right? Like, that's how much demand, there are for these miners right now. So when you have this huge corporation, TSMC, announcing that they're investing a large sum of money to increase that manufacture of semiconductors, that's very good news for Bitcoin mining, which means that the hash rate can continue to grow. Phil, what are your thoughts? Which it will continue to grow anyways, right? Because number go up technology, but it's just going to make it easier for anybody to mine and for the big miners to continue buying large purchases of miners. But Phil, what are your thoughts on that?
Hey, look, as I learn about this mining landscape, I'm very interested, right, to see what happens with it. I see a lot more, big mining, or you'd say just, big institutions, right, putting big money into mining and essentially working to make it, eco-friendly mining as well. So it's not just that the business is going into mining, but people are actually paying attention and attempting to make it, as best they can, eco-friendly. Like that's what we're seeing, right? Like there's that company right out of Norway, CT, right? That right now has like mandated themselves, to be as, eco-friendly and as efficient and green as possible. And it can be done, So
absolutely.
Cool, man. It's good to see.
Good to see. Very bullish news.
Very bullish.
The biggest bullish news of the day. I saved the best for last. Stike launches Bitcoin Lightning payment app in El Salvador.
Wow.
Full EU support is next, right? Our decision, to quote Jack Mallers himself, our decision to enter El Salvador as our first non-US market was intentional. One of the opportunities that interests us the most at Stike is our ability to deliver financial tools to emerging markets. El Salvador is the 6th. I want you guys to focus on this part. El Salvador is the 6th highest ranked country in inbound remittance from the United States. That's important because the El Salvadorians that are sending back money to their families in the country have to use Western Union. And Western Union charges an arm and a leg. But here comes Jack Mallers, man. And he is disrupting all that because now you could send dollars and convert them to whatever currency they use over there for free, right? Using the Lightning app. So this completely really shakes up the global, the cross-border payments, right? And it's all using Bitcoin's Lightning Network. And some people might even not realize that they're using it, right? And next up after that is the European Union, right? So super exciting times. No longer do we have to pay these exorbitant fees to send money overseas. Now you could just use Stikening, which uses Lightning, and man, it's literally free. Jack Mallers, bro. God damn, dude, you're the man. Anyways, Phil, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so obviously I think it's, bullish for the use case and everything like that, and that's amazing to see. The only piece about Stike that I worry about, right, for customers, and it's most likely due to my ignorance about it, is I feel that it introduces a certain level, a greater degree of centralization. On a different layer, of course, right? It's on Lightning, so it's a different layer, but I just, and I could be wrong, but that's just my impression right now. But still, I think that's fantastic because right now, that market, okay, what they're doing, that market is predominantly owned, if I'm not mistaken, by MoneyGram, Western Union, anybody who's ever used these types of services. Like way back in the day when you used to do eBay, like I'm an old man, so when I used to do eBay, like used to Western Union people money, like that stuff. That sucks.
Sucks.
Okay? Like, it sucks, and it's expensive. And MoneyGram isn't that much better. Anyways. So, yeah. Look, it's still bullish. I think it's great that they're doing that. I do like the angle that, they're actually choosing to help a segment of the population that, let's be honest, those are the people usually paying the most amount of money for a mediocre service. So why not? Why should you get punished? Because your family lives in some other country and you're just trying to send some money and you're not rich.
You're absolutely right, and it's
Why?
unfortunate because
Again,
the fiat system punishes the rich, and it's actually more expensive to be poor than it is to be
the poor.
You
said it punishes the rich.
Oh, I sorry, I
Does not punish the rich.
I apologize. I misspoke. But what I meant to say is that it costs more money to be poor because you're forced to use these services that literally charge you an arm and a leg versus a wealthier person who could afford to, have international banks and foreign bank accounts. So you're absolutely right, Phil. Man, the future looks so bright. This bright orange future. Goddamn, right? Corey Clipson. That was an awesome term.
Such an awesome term.
I'm going to keep using it.
Shout out to Corey.
Shout out to Corey. Shout out to Swan. Definitely go check them out. But anyway, check out swanbitcoin.com/slimpybitcoin. But anyways, Phil, there was an awesome website by Plebe today. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Websites by Plebs. All right, everyone. This comes to us from Armin the Parman. If you don't follow him on Twitter, I suggest you do. Great Bitcoin, toxic Bitcoin hodler of last resort and fellow Bitcoin pleb. All right, he's got this great website, insanely bullish Bitcoin content. Check it out. I mean, take a look at this. Articles on Bitcoin storage, like coin join habits, about S2F, SHA-256, about running nodes, great articles, all kinds of good stuff. The link to it is going to be in the show notes. Shout out to Armin the Parman. And yeah, link is down below.
Thank you, Phil. That sounds like an awesome resource. I definitely have to check it out. I've never seen it before. I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm definitely gonna do that after the show. It looks really, really cool. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. If you made it through this whole show, thank you, and we would really appreciate it if you smash that like button. Smash it, yeah. And of course, if you love us, if you like what we do, we want to tell you the news from the Bitcoin pleb perspective. Definitely consider hitting that subscriber button. We will see you on Tuesday, but however, we're coming up with something new. Tomorrow, we're going to post a short. It's this little, very condensed version of Simply Bitcoin. I hope you guys like it. Definitely give us some feedback. But like I said, we will see you on Tuesday for another episode of Simply Bitcoin.